You know, I've sent out resume after resume after resume. I just feel invisible out there. Like it's a surreal experience, like I'm out of body experience kind of. He finally said, you know what? You're right, I did. And so let him in. That changed my life. That's the success story. It was network. I did not realize, I was just telling Mr. Wakefield a little bit ago, I said I did not realize that that was a networking success story probably until about 2 weeks ago. I was thinking about it. And I was like, you know what? I went all the way down to Kent State. I networked with Mr. Morbido. And then later on, I called it in. As you said, and I did what he said, and I got into the architectural program, which I'm still an architect. I have my own company. And the thing that I want you to realize is every one of those 50 people want to be themselves. They want to be who they are, and they're frustrated, and I know this because I've talked to many people about it. They're frustrated that they can't be who they are. They feel like they've got this facade they've got to put up. And you're going to feel the same way. You probably already feel it in some instances because you're being trained for it right now. You're training yourself. You know, remember in high school? Kind of carefree, wasn't it? Didn't you? I mean, it was like you didn't care what people knew, but you come into college, now when you kind of walked onto this campus, didn't you kind of close up a little bit? You kind of closed up a little bit. So you're already being trained. I want to tell you that it's okay to be yourself. All right? It's okay. In fact, every other person in the room wants you to be yourself. Who does not want a job when they get out of college? Nobody? You all want to work? That's good. We like that. Because we need you to work. You need me to work. You need all of us to work. So it's good to be working. But you need to find the jobs. There's another stat, and I've seen this one fluctuate between about like 83% to 65%. I've even seen it maybe around 55%. Of those of you that graduate will not have jobs in what you got your degree in. You know, have you heard some of those stats, like 55, 65%? It's a huge, so I know it's over 50. Okay, you could even miss. Now I didn't miss, I don't think I missed with anybody. I intended to, I was going to actually purposefully miss with somebody, but I didn't. The handshake, or the transformational handshake, is about something else. And when I start talking about when you use your hand during a presentation like what we're doing right now, what happens is your hand, I don't know whether you realize it or not, but your hands have more connections to your brain than anything else in your body. Your hand is connected. You can pick up a pencil with your hand and write without even thinking about it. You've done it since you were a kid. You started coloring, sketching, you know, writing on walls, whatever you did. You did all these things. But if I were to ask you to pick that pencil up and put it in your toes, do you think you could write me a letter? And so what we need to do is realize that that's not that person. That's our perception of that person, right? So we've got to break the mirror. I know it's 7 years of bad luck, but sorry, you got to break the mirror. You've got to look at people. Forget about yourself. This is what happens is we get too selfish. And if you do that in a job interview, you do that on your resume, I could tell you stories about resumes. I've looked over a lot of them. And if you're not writing a resume talking about how you're going to help my business grow, you're not going to get to the next step. If you're writing a resume only saying, well, I want to grow my ability to draw, my architecture stuff, so eventually I'm going to open my own office, you think I want to develop a competitor? You may open an own office anyway, but I need to know how you're going to come in and help me.